It's boys' night at Justin's house as the poker night gets underway. Remi oversteps when it comes to protecting Bree. Adrian asks Cohen to live with him, and Sonny believes Dana has judged him.
Hey, love. Couldn't sleep, eh?
No.
Is it what I said about Adrian and Cohen?
I think you were right.
Adrian wants Cohen to live with him.
You know, I thought once everything had settled down that it might just be, the weekends or school holidays. You know the kicker? He thanked me for making it all happen.
You did the right thing, Ruth. You just thought you'd have more time, eh?
Yeah, I really did.
We are Cy and Sophie. This is Coastal News, a home and away podcast, your weekly episode companion podcast for your favourite Aussie soap.
Right, this week we will promise not to talk about household appliances. How are you doing, Sophie?
Will we? Can you keep us to that? I don't know.
Well, very popular, relatable content here. Coastal
Chat.
News.
Who knew Hoover Chat was so popular? Oh dear.
I'm just glad I've been able to inform, educate. I'm the BBC.
You are.
Inform, educate, and entertain.
It's like the Open University when they used to do them programs. On the TV. It's like that.
Yeah, stop
I've
it,
learned.
you're aging us.
I know.
Stop it.
Sorry, yeah, but I have learned a lot, and I am now longer thinking of purchasing a cordless Hoover. So there you go. Yeah.
How are you? Are you okay?
Survived another week, so yeah, haven't been banished.
God, it's been a good week when you've survived.
It's true. I haven't been banished. I haven't been murdered by Alan Carr. It's all good.
Oh, we are like mad into the traitors, aren't we?
Yes. Yeah. What about you? How are you doing?
I'm okay, thank you. Yeah. Yes, it's been a busy old week. It's gone really fast. Been a busy old week. And yeah, it feels like yesterday we did last week's episode.
Yes.
Hey, I tell you what, we have had a busy old week thinking on it because Monday night I've still got the hangover.
Oh yes, the awards.
Aye, big night, a big glitzy night, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
We had a good time, and Mr. David helped announce the winners. Gone down really, really well with our listeners, as always. And yeah, we're socials are still we're drip feeding some of the announcements out, aren't we? But yeah, listen to that. The episode before this one, this year's Bogies is out, and a lot of people love the Bogies, don't they? They tell us they love it, and we all look forward to it. You've all been voting, so who is your favourite? Who's your best legacy character? What was your favourite exit? Your best characters of the year? Best storylines of the past 12 months? Go and find out by listening to that episode, eh? That was good fun. Did you enjoy?
It was good. I did enjoy it from what I remember of it as well.
I know.
No, it was good. I enjoy looking back over the year and thinking about all the stuff that's happened, and it's been a good year. I was saying this to someone on Twitter earlier. It's been a good year so far until recently when you and I have been like, okay, since Remi left, the wheels have come off a little bit. And the storylines are getting a bit stagnated, and they need pushing along. But apart from that, and looking back at the awards and all the categories and all the storylines that were nominated, it's been a really good year actually, up until nowish. So
yeah, we're in a bit of a weird moment, aren't we now?
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. We've had an absolute insane year up to this point.
Yeah.
And it makes you don't really think about it too much in the humdrum week in, week out, do you? But yeah, when you take stock, you think, oh, blimey, a lot has gone down.
Yeah. And there's been a lot of comings and goings, like guest characters. The guest characters list was long. The exit list was long again. And it was like, gosh, we had to have a lot of stuff happen this year.
Yeah, I've got a theory about sort of why it's feeling weird at the minute as well with this sort of changeover. It's one of those changeover years, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
3 years are up. It's one
Yes.
of those. It's just feeling a bit lost at the minute, but we'll get onto it,
Because
I'm sure.
we had Lyric Join Year. Lyric Join Year was one of these years, wasn't it? When they
Yeah.
all turned up. That was
And
a
we
bit
were saying
odd.
similar things, do you remember? Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is too many characters at once.
Yeah.
I think we're back there, aren't we, 3 years later?
Mm.
So how's the week been then, dare I ask?
Well, again, not some of the storylines that I haven't enjoyed as much have been dragging again this week, so I have found them a bit painful. But I did enjoy the poker night, so I know we'll talk about that later. That was a highlight for me for this week, I think. And also, I'm sad for Gary, who's in hospital right now. Like, sending well wishes to Gary and his appendix.
I know, burst.
Sounds very painful. So that was news that we didn't need, that I'm sad about. But anyway, how about you? How did you find it?
One of the off-screen characters moved you the most. That tells you what kind of week it's been.
Well, I'm trying to be polite. I'll be less polite when I've drank my wine.
Look, it's been a tough week, right? You've got to call a spade, haven't you?
Yeah.
Generally, I've been a little bit more positive than yourself during this part of the pod. But it's hard at the minute. There's stuff happening that we're not necessarily loving with people we don't necessarily love as well.
Yeah.
And it's just that weird bit, isn't it? Where, like you say, we're on this sort of post-Irene, pre-season finale weirdness going on. And it's about characters that aren't really ones that I'm too fussed about. So it is a bit going with emotions this week for me, I've got to say. Look, there's been some heartwarming moments. The Rue and Cohen stuff, we'll get onto it. But really, am I, rushing to see it? No. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got to be honest. So,
yeah.
But this is what it's like with soaps. It ebbs and flows, doesn't it?
It does.
So,
and we're honest. And if we're enjoying something, we say it. And if we're not enjoying something as much, we say it. And I think we have to be authentic because, and also I think what we say generally gets reflected on at the end of the episode when we talk about other people's views on the show and on your say on the bay at the end of the episode. So I don't think we're going to be saying anything different from what the audience is saying either. So we'll see later. We'll see what people say, but
see what they're saying, eh?
Yeah.
So, and it's interesting. Sometimes it's interesting when it's a different viewpoint as well.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'd not thought of that, or I don't feel that way. Or...
No, but I think it's important if we aren't enjoying it. I think it's important for us to say so because other people, will feel more. Oh, I feel the same way. Like,
yeah. I know what you mean.
You're not on your own. I'm not the only one not enjoying this storyline or wishing it would move, or you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. And do you know what? That's a really beautiful segue into me reminding people that they can send in their say on the bay via our website. If you go to coastalnews.com, we've got a .com, people.
2025.
It's mobile optimized.
I know. I just meant we finally arrived.
Yes. So and everything's there. You can get through to all the places. You can listen to the pod. You can contact us on. There's a Your Say on the Bay section. Sophie will tell you all about it later. But yeah, don't forget to check out the website and fill in your details and get featured. You never know. Right. Shall we talk about this week's Home and Away?
Oh, go on then. Let's get on with it.
All right, top of the week. Bree is crook as Rookwood. Last week, you remember she was attacked. It made us skip a beat. It perked the week up last week, didn't it? And she's got a blockage or something. I've written down here. And Levi is working hard to save the day. And of course, he does. The bloke's a magician. Because it looked like she was all okay in true soap trope style. It took a took a bit of a turn, didn't it? So he had to sort of engage himself and avoid meeting Mac's mum for another day. Bree looks like she may be on the mend as a result. Elsewhere, Remi's angry. He's down at YCPD. He's angry at Cash, and who says to him, you yet again have to deal with him. You know what I mean? Like, poor Cash is constantly having to bat this guy off. He takes him home. Cash tells him, tells Eden that he needs to get this under control, because if he doesn't, it's going to keep getting worse for him. This whole pining after breathing. Sarge already wants to bag him up, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Eden then goes to the hospital and visits Bree in her recovery. And wants her to know that Remi's worried about her, and sort of convinces her to contact him, which I'm shocked worked, to be honest, because in recent weeks, Eden has been trying to distance herself from being this support, this dependent of Remi. But two, I'm shocked Bree listened to it, because, and what happened next did happen, it meant that he got an idea in his head that there was a chance, and then I really struggled with this. You're going to have to help me out if you didn't, because then Remi acts way over the top. He's like storming around the hospital. Let me see her. Let me see her. I need to know she's okay. Like, is it not enough to know that she's in hospital and getting better?
Yeah.
Like, his behaviour was really banal to me. And I was just like, I can't even... God, it was grating on me so much, Soph.
Yeah, no, you're not the only one. I've really struggled with this, because I think when Eden turned up to the hospital and she went to speak to Levi, didn't she? And she was like, I need to go and see Bree and, see how she is. Can I go in? And he said, oh, yeah, actually, I think it'd be really good for her because she's getting a bit lonely. And I think if it was me and someone said she's feeling a bit lonely, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, she's newly single. She's going through this heartbreak of her fella cheating on her. Then she's been stabbed in the place where she works, so she's in hospital. Like, you'd have to be made of stone not to feel some empathy towards her right now in her situation. So I'd go in there and I'd be like, I'm not coming here to hassle you about Remi. I'm just coming to see how you are and how you're coping, and like, you must be traumatized.
Yeah.
She didn't do any of that. She just went in there and went, you're right. Oh, by the way, it would be really helpful if you could tell Remi how you are, because he's really worried about you. I thought, fuck off. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for swearing, but I was really annoyed.
Yeah, I completely agree. I was just like, oh, you what?
I know. It really took me out of it, because I was like, I don't think Eden is normally this cold, I guess is the word.
Yeah. No, I can see that. Yeah.
It was a bit jarring. I don't know. But I was like, that's... And it was not long after she entered the room where she started mentioning it. I was like, at least give her a few minutes to tell you how she feels and get it off her chest and download some of what's in her brain. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It just repeats that same old mantra that we were talking about the other week, or I think you were talking about, of why. Why does Eden feel like she has to fix everything for Remi?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, she's gone in there thinking, give him a chance, I'll be there, I'll have to talk around. No.
Yeah.
And then when it does backfire, the first thing Eden says is, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you shouldn't have done it. I don't know why she doesn't put herself in her shoes, because I think she is capable of doing that. And I think you would. You'd be like, this poor woman is in hospital. Who's she got? She hasn't got any friends in the Bay. She hasn't got any family in the Bay. She's got an ex-boyfriend who's gone off the rails, because he's gone off the rails and made it all about him, but he's the one that ruined the relationship as well. So
Yeah.
the sympathy should be with Bree, not with Remi. I don't get it.
Yeah. No. And we've spent the whole week, what it feels like the whole week, dealing with his behaviour.
Yeah.
Security, Levi shouting at him, Sonny dragging him home, and then him sneaking out again. I'm just thinking, what the hell? This is just ridiculous. And I'm watching it thinking, no human would behave like this.
No. And why is her storyline, her getting stabbed, why is it about him again now?
Yeah.
It's infuriating, actually, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what stuck out to me is, a couple of people mentioned, it might have been Levi, it might have been one of the nurses, Joe, I can't remember who it was the week before, about contacting her family, and she kept saying no.
Yes.
And I wonder, is there something coming there? Because at first, I've been saying for the last few weeks, like, oh, I think this is her exit, but clearly not. She's still here. So,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
why is she refusing to? We know she's got family. She's visited them before.
She's got a mum, hasn't she? Because her dad
Yeah.
died last year, didn't he? That was part of a storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they want to know if she got stabbed in the
near the heart, I think is what
yes,
Levi said.
Very, very near the heart.
To give the medical location.
That's why he was involved,
isn't it? Yeah, because it was close to the area that he is an expert of.
If there's a loose link, we'll find it.
Oh, dear.
So yeah, I wonder, is there something coming about why she's not letting the family? Like, is something going on?
Could be. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that, but that could be it. I just wondered whether it's because her mum has lost her dad last year, and I can't remember how it was, but I remember it being quite quick at an accident or something. Didn't he fall off a scaffold or something?
Oh yeah, he suddenly passed.
And it was quite a violent kind of way to go, and I thought maybe she's sparing her mum from the trauma of her daughter being in a hospital, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Could be. Now, there was an undertone about her being traumatized, wasn't there, through this, which I think is important to highlight, because we know that is something that is in Bree's history. We had the whole OCD thing, didn't we, and the post-traumatic whatnot.
Yeah.
And she was attacked at the hospital, and he, Remi's trying to knock the door in and bang in and get in, and she really worked up about it. And I think it's important to mention that is a bit of a callback to Bree's history, which I felt like could have gone in a bit deeper with that. Maybe it's coming, but it was a tenuous link, I will say.
I think it was, and I think it was reflecting on the kind of blokes that she's been with since we've known her, because her ex-boyfriend was, he beat her up. There's no two ways about it. He beat her up. He beat her black and blue. And then we've got Remi acting like an absolute wild man, bursting in the room.
Yeah.
And I know he's not a violent person. I know he's not going to attack Bree, but when you've been through that before and someone changes like that, it is going to take you back to a time when you were dating someone who was a bit violent.
Of course it is, and that's a conversation they've definitely had.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, so I quite liked that in not in like a sadistic way, but like in a character way.
Development. Yeah. It's spot on. It is meant to remind us, isn't it? Even if it was subtle and maybe only a few people watching it might have picked up on it, but I think that was the point, wasn't it?
I think that would have gone over most people's heads, wouldn't it? But yeah, that was supposed to be why she reacted like that to him. Then she stupidly invites him anyway.
Well, yeah, but then is that the victim mentality of trying to keep the peace and not make him angry? I don't know.
When will he give up? I'll say. When will he give up? Well, find out next week, no doubt, over 3+ episodes. Can't wait.
I'll be sticking the kettle on. So if anybody wants a cuppa, just let me know what you want.
Oh, blinking heck.
I know.
Justin's poker night. Let's talk about that because you're excited about that. So, a bit gutted trivia weren't happening, but then this has turned out really well, so I'm happy. Basically, boys' night. Alf's on board. We've got all the greats there, haven't we? John, Alf, Leah, maybe. She gets it all wrong. She's making Margaret. I mean, I'm not being funny, but I would have kept her just for the margaritas and the food. She was putting on a right spread, weren't she?
She was, but the vibe would have been very different. Yeah.
Justine, of course, has to tell her she needs to leave. She's not invited. She's got the wrong end of the stick. This is boys only. So off she goes to the diner to complain about being kicked out of her own house. Sarge overhears it and takes himself up there. Mr. Hustler.
Yeah.
Poker face. Face.
I told you those are the lyrics. I'm shocked.
An elephant never forgets. So he goes round, he's spooking John, isn't he? Deal me in, boys, get your wallets out, it's all the real deal. They were just playing for fun, but Sarge sort of gives it. I can't work out Sarge's deadpan performance, I'm really struggling with it. I'm like, I can't work out if you're boring me senseless or if you're supposed to be a bit sort of moody. Can't work it out.
I'm choosing to believe that we are supposed to think that he's not a very happy guy right now. He's lost his wife. He's grieving. He's lost his wife through pretty awful circumstances. His daughter killed his wife. Essentially, I know it was meant to be an accident, but his daughter drove his wife into a tree. I mean, that is absolutely horrendous. And then not only that, the other daughter doesn't want to talk to either of them. He hasn't got much to be happy about right now.
That's true, but is he coming across to you as a father in despair, or...
He's coming across as clinically depressed to me.
Is it? Is that working for you? Because to me, he's coming across as like really 2D.
Really?
And really flat.
I don't know, because I do think he's got some kind of depression thing going on, and I think we are starting to see him come out of that, because I think when he was dancing at Irene's leaving do with Leah, I thought, this is a different side to him. We've also seen a different side to him when he's been interacting with Cohen, and he's been like quite of fun and friendly and that kind of thing with him. He's softened towards Cash. Because at the beginning, he was like, you can't answer your phone in the station. And now he's got all of his kids turning up at the station. He's having chats with Cash. He's, buying him cups of tea and stuff on his day off. And I was like, oh, he's actually chilling out a bit. And then now this week, he's gone to poker night and he's had a bit of a laugh. So I was like, is it the classic? People come to the bay broken and then they heal in the bay. Is it that?
Oh, okay. You're making me think now.
Going. I could be completely talking out of my arse, obviously, but that's where I'm choosing to go with him.
Do you know what? I'm open to it. I'll keep an open mind. Let's see where things develop.
Yes.
Because it feels a bit like we're maybe getting somewhere with that this week.
Yeah.
So I'm open to it. But like he turns up at this poker night and he's hardly party animal.
No, I know. I get it. I can totally see your point of view, because he comes across as he can't even be bothered to breathe. He's so apathetic.
Yeah. Because John's having a good time, isn't he? He thinks he's worked out how to tell.
Yes. Yeah.
And this is all for John's benefit, whether he knows it or not.
But does David know that? I don't think he does.
Well, no, that's true.
I don't think he realizes. Yeah.
I just feel like he walked in with this cloud on his head, following him around.
I think he did. But I am seeing it as part of his character. I do think I'm choosing to see it as part of grieving husband, father, who hasn't got much to smile about right now, but is taking like a tiny little leap, towards happiness.
Into socialising or whatever. Yeah, fair enough. I'm open to it.
I'm romanticising it all.
I'll allow.
He's probably going to fling himself off Stuart's point next week, and I'll be like, "Oh, right, okay." I don't know, but we'll see.
What did you think about Alf sort of winning the game then?
I thought that was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious because it just backfired, didn't it? I mean, the whole thing was to cheer up John, and then it was supposed to be chips. It was supposed to be not for money. It was supposed to be just casual, just for a laugh, just boys getting together and having a chin wag. And David's presence completely kiboshed the mood, really, didn't it? And it's for money. It's competitive. And I just love the fact that Mr. Stewart just again got one over on John, because it is entertaining that it happened that way. Probably more than if John won, even though I kind of want him to win, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
Actually, this was kind of funny. So, yeah, we all know that John doesn't want to part with his cash, and he kind of got blindsided. He didn't know he was going to have to put money up, didn't he? Till David arrived.
Yeah.
So it's not really Alf's fault either. It's kind of David's fault. But
that's true. Yeah, misery guts. But to give John his credit, he paid up. He didn't make a fuss.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe he's turning over a new leaf. Maybe we are going to get a new JP. You know,
paying for dinner. You know, he's trying to buy his friends. You know.
Yeah, that's sad, isn't it? That's the sad bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then later on, when he wants to see them again, and he's like, "Oh, let's go bowling and let's do this," and they're like, "We've got lives, John," which I thought was really harsh, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the sad part. He is trying to buy people's time and attention, isn't he? Ugh.
Yeah. And that's what's going to get all us sad sacks at home. Going to get us in the art, innit?
Do you know what though? I was saying on Twitter, I haven't got a better invitation for the rest of the year than playing Monopoly with JP. I don't think I've got plans in my diary between now and Christmas, and none of them are anywhere near as fun as having a Monopoly game with JP. I'm up for that.
As long as I can tell Irene that.
I want to be the dog. He can be the iron or whatever. But you know, and he's going to buy all the stations, but I'm getting Mayfair and Park Lane. So yeah, just to warn you, JP.
He'll definitely be banker, shortchanging.
Oh, he is such a banker. Yes. Yeah, such a banker. You know it. Yeah.
Oh dear. All in all, though, enjoyed poker night, and everyone came out alive.
That's true. Yeah, we haven't had a stabbing in the poker night. That's true.
Because that did cross everyone's mind. There was a blink and you miss it funny moment as well. There has been some glimmers this week of things that have really, when Leah, who doesn't know anything about poker, starts putting food down on the poker mat.
Then move it.
And then they're like stroking it off, making sure it's got no crumbs on.
That was funny. I did like that. I'm glad you spotted that. That made me laugh too. That's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I was tittering away.
They're like, she doesn't understand the etiquette. It's like, this is not poker etiquette.
Well, he's going to teach her, isn't he?
You don't put Tara Masalata or whatever it was on the poker. You know what I mean? You just don't do it, doll. It's not cricket, and it's not poker either.
No. But you know, she's going to be poker whiz because Justin's going to teach her. So
yeah, true.
Okay, right. Speaking of Sarge, David, he's at this poker night. Joe's looking for him everywhere. She needs a hug, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She's not, you know, she hasn't done a police interview since Mum and the big accident. And I'm like, tell me about this bloody accident. I can't hear about this thing anymore with no more information. It's literally been like 2 months, and I am at the end of my flipping tether with this. And she's got to go down to YCPD, go over what happened at the hospital with the whole attacker thing with Bree. And so she goes with Dad to the hospital and sees Lacey there, who asks after her. And everyone's a bit taken aback, aren't they? Including Theo, who's like, oh, you do care about her. And she's all like, so, you know, just ask, you know, I don't want her dead sort of thing. And it's interesting because her face when she heard that the attack happened at the hospital and that Joe was involved tells us that there is a road back here somewhere.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned earlier, we're potentially starting it finally.
Yeah, hope so.
Hopefully,
they mentioned the private detective again this week, didn't they? So I was like,
did.
Why are we talking about it if it's not going to come up? You know?
Not going to come up. Well, this is the thing. Joe sort of lays it out to him, doesn't she? To Sarge, and he's like, because he was unaware that the PI existed until Joe says it this week. And I'm gutted it wasn't more.
Yeah,
I must say.
But he made a phone call, didn't he? And he asked for the files.
Yeah, so we're going to look into it, aren't we?
I hope so.
Does this put to bed the theory that he covered something up, do we think?
I don't know, unless he wants to see the files to make sure there's nothing in there that a PI could find. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I think we do need some more information from the show on this, because I could theorize about this all night and come up with 10 different wrong things, I think. But we don't have any information. That's the problem. I'm literally making it up.
This is the most frustrating thing about it,
Yeah.
And we're not normally left this long without any
Yeah.
crumbs of info,
Yeah.
are we? It's very rare on this show that something is so bloody slow.
Yeah.
This is what we're left with as well. The sort of byproduct of this is Lacey and Theo just going around this revolving loggerheads argument, about him saying you need to speak to your family, this sort this out, her saying no, you don't get it, not really communicating, saying lots of words but saying nothing at all, really.
Yeah.
Which is mind-numbing to watch when you've watched it for 2 months.
Yeah.
She then announces this week that she thinks the only way forward is to leave the Bay. He agrees to think about it, which I was like, what? Leah goes nuts, as you would expect. And Justin has a word, and he seems like he doesn't want to go, but doesn't want to lose the girl either. So Justin's like, you've got to do what's right for you, not think about anybody else. Theo then tells Lacey that, and luckily talks her into staying and to stop running away from her problems, he says. So perhaps we'll have another nudge now towards talking more to the family, particularly if she finds out that he's reopening the case, the cold case or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's all like, oh, this could be interesting, but not interesting at all because nothing's happening.
Yeah, I think the lack of information is just, even if we had something, they need to dangle us a carrot now. They need to dangle something, even if it's not like really obviously what it is, but enough for us to have a talk about it. We literally can't have a conversation about what happened with the accident because we know nothing at all.
I know.
Because all we've seen is the flashback of Joe waking up. Mum's obviously either dead or unconscious next to her in the passenger seat. And Joe reaches out and touches her hand. That's the only thing we've seen. We haven't seen the accident happen. We haven't heard any accident, what was happening before. Or her saying, oh, what's that? Oh, a kangaroo in the road. Or, oh, the tire's gone. Or, you know what I mean? Like, or the brakes don't work. We've not heard any conversation that happened prior to the accident in the car. We've just seen the aftermath of it. And that doesn't give us any information at all.
And Joe's flashbacks have stopped.
Yeah, they stopped ages ago. Yeah.
That they could have been drip feeding things.
Yeah, we need the bit that happened just before the accident. We need to hear, oh, I'm trying to brake and I can't. Or, oh, where's he come from out of nowhere? Or, oh, kangaroo, watch out. You know, something like...
Yeah, change the radio station.
Yeah.
Or
a phone going off to distract them, or a phone conversation, anything. We just need something that says something in this car wasn't right before that accident happened. You know what I mean? Something happened to make it go off the road. There was a distraction, or
yes, please. We're imploring you, writers, give us something because you're losing us fast here.
Yeah. There's got to be something, or else it would have been over with by now. The fact that they're dragging it out this long, I'm like, there must be something. But we're getting there so slowly. And when you look at other storylines...
The only reason... So I'm trying to think why it would drag.
Yeah.
And it's like, it must be to reach a certain plot point.
Yeah, true.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it feels like filler. So it must be filling out space until we reach a certain plot point, which must be a fixed point in time.
Yeah, true.
Maybe it is the finale.
Yeah.
And that can't be changed, so we need to work out. That's why we're going in merry-go-rounds, because we've got a few weeks to go. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe it is that.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be.
But there's come on, give us something now.
Just dangle the carrot. We need a carrot. Come on. Yeah.
One of your 5 a day. Turns out Adrian's told his mum about Cohen after all, and she's cool with it. So what a load of melodrama that was at the Chair Factory.
It really was.
I've written here, no peril at all.
Oh, God. Yes. No peril at all. Yeah.
He's going to take Cohen to meet everyone, and Alf's a bit nervy about it, isn't he? He's like, tells Rue he thinks Adrian wants him permanently. She doesn't believe it at first. She's convinced after Adrian thanks her for making it all happen. And this is typical, isn't it? That Rue chased him up to the Chair Factory, and now she's brought them together, and it's her own heartbreak. Her own doing. She's very upset, of course, and Adrian outright asks Cohen to stay with him forever, and he says no at one point, feeling guilty because Rue wants him. You see? Adrian, of course, snaps at Rue, and I love this. Alf, right, meet you, we're going for a walk. It's like, right, come on, Alf, take him for a walk and talk. And he tells him, you're all over the shop. 1 minute you want him, 1 minute you don't. No wonder the poor lad's confused. It's not Rue's fault, and it's not Cohen's fault. Alf is talking some flipping sense. And I have to agree with him. For all her faults, it's not her fault that they're in this situation. But it's not, it's certainly not Cohen's. Definitely.
No.
Now back at the house, Rue's sitting Cohen down, isn't she, and asking him, why did you say no? And he says, isn't it what you wanted? And thank God Rue does the right thing here, because I thought, I literally exhaled so much air. I was like, thank God. She says it's about what you want, lad. And I think she's done well the last couple of weeks at suppressing and putting aside her feelings that she shouldn't have got because she agreed to foster, but we can go on to that for days. But she had feelings, whether we agree or not. But finally, thankfully, she's been able to put them aside. And I thought, this is a moment where she's gonna. She couldn't have done. You know what I mean? You don't know which way she's gonna go, Rue, do you?
No.
And of course, he wants to live with Dad.
Yeah.
How did you feel about it? Did Rue wind you up much, or do you feel a bit like me, like, thank God she did the right thing in the end?
I was nervous, I'll be honest, because the minute she had the conversation with Mr. Stewart was like, I think Adrian wants to take him away. And she was like, no. And I was like, oh, this is Rue being pig-headed, stubborn. It's going to turn out to be he is going to want to take him away. And then it's going to be Adrian versus Rue again. And then poor Cohen's going to be like this puppy in the middle. They're both going to be holding a sausage and going, come to me. And Cohen's going to be going, I don't know which way to go. You know what I mean? I was expecting it to be like that. And I thought, this is going to be really painful to watch. But you're right, to give her a dues, and I don't give her many dues, so this is like a big thing for me. I do feel for her this week. I do think she did the right thing. I do, and she is breaking her own heart. But she has put him first, which not being funny, that is kind of what a foster carer should be doing. So it should
absolutely, it's a proper selfless thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Put him first. What's the best thing for Cohen? What does Cohen want? How can I support that? She did do the right thing, and I can't fault her. And Mr. Stewart's speech with Adrian, yes, it was a dad defending his daughter, but again, it was absolutely spot on. You couldn't say, oh, he's just doing that because he's Rue's dad. No, he was absolutely right. And anybody would have said that to Adrian, whether it was Rue's dad or whoever. So, yeah, I think you have to give credit where it's due. And I think Rue, I did feel for her this week. I did feel bad. And I do think she did the right thing, and which would have been really hard for her.
Yeah. I think you can't be immune to it, can you? Whatever you think.
Yeah.
You can't be immune to this idea of you looking after somebody and getting attached.
Yes. Yeah.
And that, even Mr. Stewart, do you know what? It's similar to the Irene story, really. Where John was getting us the most. There was this moment where this conversation was happening. Cohen was going to go with Dad. He was saying, I'm going to miss you. She was holding it together until he left. But in the background, stood, by the washing machine room.
Yeah.
Mr. Stewart's there, and he is teary-eyed.
Yeah.
And I was stuck on him, thinking, he's killing me. He's absolutely killing me, because he's taken a proper shine to him.
And also, Mr. Stewart was crying for Rue.
Yeah.
He knew
Yeah.
that how much she was hurting, and it was hurting him to watch his own child
Yeah, you're right.
having to
Yeah.
sort of swallow her feelings and put someone else first. It was like pride almost, wasn't it? He was proud of
Yeah.
her because she was doing the right thing, but he was also like worried for her because she was doing something that was gonna break her own heart. And the last thing
Yeah.
you want, even if it is rude, the last thing you want is for your child to be heartbroken. It's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So, and
Mm.
I know she's not a child, but to him, you know what I mean? Like that's his baby, and she's upset. So it's
Yeah.
going to break his heart, isn't it?
Of course it is. Yeah. Say what you want about this storyline. What we've had, the scenes we've had, and the amount of them between Rue and Alf. They are to be treasured.
They
really,
are.
aren't they?
Yeah.
You have to admit. So he's off Cohen with not a plan, not a leaving care plan or anything.
What did you make of the exit of him? What did you
Absolutely ridiculous.
Okay.
Do you want 2 words?
Go on then.
Bloody ridiculous. No, listen. There's no way. I mean, he's leaving foster care, like, and look, I suppose we've got to assume this stuff's going on, right? Maybe he's been vetted, I don't know, because
I don't know.
we've been saying on here, like, yeah, his DNA matches, but like, why did Mum leave? Is he suitable? Does he have the right abode? Like, can he look after this child? Has he got the means? Do you know what I mean? Like, all that needs to be considered.
Yeah.
That's something the social would do. And actually, coming out of foster care is traumatic as going in it. And I think, I'm exposed to it in my real day job as well, to a very limited degree. And it doesn't just finish with leaving and going back to your family. Like, there's leaving care people and teams and work that has to be done.
Yeah.
It's not just right, here's your real dad.
No.
Off you go.
No, it's not.
And what did you think?
The same as you. I was actually fuming because I was like, a week ago he didn't want him. Now he's decided he does want him. He wants to take him away for the weekend, and it's gone from taking him away for the weekend to taking him away forever. And his name, right? Let's just put the facts down. His name is not on the birth certificate, right? Because we only know who he is because he came forward and said, "I think I'm the dad," and then we got the DNA test. So he's not on the birth certificate. He is a parent in terms of DNA, but in terms of legal, I don't know whether he's got parental responsibility for Cohen yet, because I don't know whether any of the legal stuff has been done. The social workers weren't told that he was back. Never mind that he was taking him away for the weekend. Never mind that he was taking him away forever. So how has Rue got the authority to release him from foster care and release him into the wild with his dad?
I know.
Do you know what? Sorry, it's actually harder to adopt a bloody puppy from Dogs Trust than it is to take your own child back out of foster care. And that is just wrong.
I know. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts the way this went down.
Wrong. And I'm kind of annoyed because I'm like, why is this storyline wrapped up so quickly? It's one of the storylines that I'm more interested in right now than many of the other ones that are going on.
Yeah, I'd agree.
This one has wrapped up so fast, and yet the Harper Tane stuff is creeping along at snail's pace and driving me nuts. And I just want them to just leave each other alone and never talk to each other again. And the Brie and Remi
be pleased
stuff,
to know they're not on the bill for this podcast.
Oh, thank
You
God.
brought them up.
Thank God, sorry. I do apologise.
Don't say I never give you anything.
I'll put $1 in the swear jar because I mentioned them. But you know what I mean? There's other storylines where I'm like,
no.
Can we, the Langhams, can we wrap this up? Can we get on with the bloody, accident?
Yeah.
No, but we can wrap the Cohen storyline up in a minute and a half. Okay.
Yeah.
Why are we doing that? And we're not doing that to the other storylines? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Did we only have the budget for Cohen and Adrian for 2 weeks and oh shit, they've got to go now?
But even then, why did we not spend the 2 weeks like, preparing for him to move. Like, why did we spend it arguing, him deciding he didn't want him, and then we didn't see him, and then the next time we see him on screen, he's whipping him off.
Bye forever. Yeah. And why am I watching Harper talking about dating apps and following Tani around the bay like a lost puppy again when she
Another
should
dollar,
be?
please.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be skint by the end of this rant. Why am I watching that? And I'm not watching her go to the house and, oh, Cohen, I've got all the paperwork and yes, good luck. And like, this is what you need to do when you like change schools. I don't know. Like, where is all the process or the process if you're Australian?
Data.
Where's the process? I don't know. I'm fuming because this has gone like from 0 to 50 and the other storylines are just, it's been an eternity since David turned up and I don't know anything about him.
I know. I can't Jenny this. It was daft.
Yeah.
It was silly. This guy could be a rapist, murderer, and we know none. We've just got to fill in the gaps and just assume that it's been all checked.
Yeah.
He could have beat Mum up.
Yeah.
And that's why she took him and fled.
Could have been anything. Yeah.
Oh, Sophie, I'm so glad we agree. This feels cathartic.
It does. Oh, it's ridiculous. And then obviously Rue's got the guilt from letting him go so quickly because this week, since he's been gone, she's been sort of saying to Mr. Stewart, maybe I should go and talk to them. Maybe I should go and see him. I didn't tell Adrian that it's, Cohen gets scared at night. I didn't tell Adrian this. I didn't tell Adrian that. And Adrian doesn't know how to, and Cohen doesn't know how to ask for stuff. And I'm like, yeah, because he's gone so quickly that they don't even know each other. And there's been no handover. There's been no.
I tell you, it will be interesting if this isn't the end. And Rue goes and suspects neglect or, finds unfavourable conditions for Cohen.
Oh, God. That's dark, but yeah. Yeah.
It is, but like, you know what I mean? Like if it ends up being that this wasn't best for Cohen.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only way I could see me getting bought back in.
Yeah, you're right. But I do think he's gone forever. I do think.
Yeah, it feels final.
The goodbye was very much like, I'll think of you. Bye. Not like come and see us anytime. Come and have
me on Facebook.
Yeah, it was not like I'm planning to keep in touch at all. I'm not even going to pretend I'm going to try and keep in touch with you because you know what it's like when you're sort of not seeing somebody that often, or you think you're probably never going to see them again, but you do kind of do the platitudes of, drop us an email sometime and we'll catch up, or send us a text message, and if you're in the area. There was none of that. It was just like, I will never forget you, which means I'm planning to never see you again.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right.
It's very final.
And then Rue announced that she was having a break, which I was pleased with.
I think she needs one. I hope the break is permanent.
But that's an excuse not to have the next one rolling.
Can we not blacklist this woman off the record?
Oh,
Harper?
She's not that bad.
Oh God, she is. She is. She is. She's terrible. The first one nearly killed her dad, and the second one she nearly stole. Oh God, she's terrible. I'm sorry. I'll give her some credit for this week, but I'm not going any further than that.
Fair enough. She's having a break anyway. She's told the department.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah. Which probably means Georgie Parker's going in a play and leaving.
Oh yeah, I thought she was just going to mope round the bay and be a bitch to Marilyn for a couple of weeks.
She'll do a 6-monthly visit to wherever, won't she?
Oh, actually, Martha did ring her and she ignored her call. Could she be going to Mirindula? Yeah.
There we go.
I didn't think anything of that at the time. I thought that was weird, but yeah.
That'll be George Parker out for a little bit.
Oh well, never mind. Moving on.
What goes around comes around. Que sera, sera.
It's not Georgie Parker, I hate it's Rue.
I know.
They need to write her differently. They need to give her more likable qualities.
She's great when she's with Alf. I don't get it. Anywhere else, it's a bit of a disaster.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Right, what's going on with Dana and bloody Sonny, eh? So she mentions that he doesn't pay rent, and he takes a massive umbrage. Goes home, lays out all his bank statements, highlighting where he does actually pay rent. I was like, God. I was like, this reminds me of that time I tried to travel alone, and they told me I failed on affordability.
Oh no! And you're like, I can't afford it. Look at the paperwork.
You're not an ideal candidate for a loan, Mr. Hampton. Why is that then? Well.
Oh dear.
Big highlighter out. So
I shouldn't laugh, but it's the way you tell it, doll. It's the way you tell
it. So his bank statements are everywhere. He's highlighted where he pays his rent. So the next day she's feeling guilty as makes a slap up. I tell you what, where she rustled that breakfast from?
From the diner.
Know, because it looked good, didn't it?
That was a Marilyn takeaway special, hamper special.
Yeah, croissants and jams.
Croissant. Yeah.
Croissant.
It made me very hungry, actually. I haven't had a proper continental breakfast for ages.
No, it looked really good. It's good quality stuff as well. I was making my mouth water.
I really want a pastry. Good. Like looking at that, I was like, I've not had a pastry or a croissant in so long.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, mouth watering thinking about it.
It was, yeah. We're bonding over breakfast. Hoovers and breakfast.
We're so rock and roll.
So she's made his breakfast, but it doesn't go down well, does it? Because he's a bit miffed that he's been judged by her. And I feel like this sort of came out of nowhere, but it was for our benefit.
Oh, I felt seen.
I did. I was like, someone's addressing something there. I even thought, has this scene been dropped in based on our complaints? I don't know. Like, have they?
I felt seen. I felt it was you and I have been saying, where's he getting his money from? Has he still got Remi's credit card? He pays no rent. He's got no job. And then this week it was like, I paid rent. I've got money. And I was like, oh, this was for our benefit. This is not about Dana at all.
This was to shut us up. I mean, they must have acknowledged that we're all thinking it, like, he's bumming around, but there's like umpteen scenes where he's buying food, and you're thinking, how? Driving bloody Mercedes to the airport or whatever it was. Give up. Now, later, she does apologise to him, doesn't she? Because why doesn't she just ask him to explain and educate rather than sort of jump to judgmental is what it was. And I think this is another prime example of how Dana puts her foot in it, basically.
Yeah.
It is a character trait, isn't it? She always says the wrong thing and sort of makes a bit of a mess of situations. And he just explains to her that he's a free bird, It doesn't really. He gives off this impression of being sort of footloose, fancy-free, but actually he's a bit of a hustler. He's done a bit of odd jobs here and there. It seems like he's currently living off the River Boys sting and all the work he did with Theo. With the River Boys a couple of months back. And that's just it. There's nothing really to know. He's got some money in the bank, and that's how he rolls. He just goes from one hustle to the next. He's not signing no employment contract now. Does it satisfy? I think it satisfies me for now.
I think it does for now, but then I'm also thinking at some point this money that he's got from the Timu Riverboy sting operation thing, that is gonna run out. So what is his next hustle?
That's it. That's it. Yeah. Whether that's just explained as the reason he's got something in the bank, and then he's just a character with no job, and we're just supposed to forget it, would be a bit annoying.
No, it can't be that. It has to be setting up the story of I get by because I do this and that and the other. I do odd jobs.
Yeah.
I need to see.
My money's running out. Or
What's the next? What's the next odd job? What's the next hustle? What's the next money grab? Whatever you want to call it.
And that could be quite interesting, because I was thinking about him being the sort of Vinny type.
Yeah.
You know, he always had an idea, didn't he, that he was trying to make it big, and
didn't always go to plan, but he was.
Yeah.
He was always trying to, like, there was always some scheme or some job or some, like, business,
trying to sell something,
business idea, some pyramid scheme shit. Like,
yeah. And I feel like
that's a good point.
He would fit that.
I'd love that. I actually would love that, because it'd make it interesting as well. Because it'd be like, okay, what's he up to this week? Bit of a Del boy, you know?
Yeah. Just like after the next bit of coin, and
and then it's like, right, well, that paid off, or that didn't pay off. So that would be interesting, because we don't have that kind of job in the Bay. You either work in the diner, you work in the hospital, you work in Salt, you work in the gym. You know what I mean? We need somebody that's a bit more flexible, because it fits with what's in the Bay currently, doesn't it?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and he can't be a nurse, so that's out.
He needs to be a bit of an odd jobber, a bit of a schemer, a bit of a
And when somewhat, maybe he's trying to flog shit to people, or
Yes. He's a bit like Jez off Peep Show, if you've ever watched Peep Show.
Yes. Yeah. And I think he suits it.
Yeah, he works. Yeah.
So I'm a bit like, have we left Sonny and Dana in a good place this week? I'm a bit up in the air. Really.
I don't know. I think she's kind of realised that she's jumped in with both feet, and it's, actually she needs to ask questions rather than assume, because she was like us. She was saying, well, you don't pay rent, you don't do this, you don't do that. I mean, the fact that it's never come up before now is a bit weird, but here we are where we are. But I think she's learned something, and I think they have grown together rather than grown apart over this eventually.
Yeah, you're right. She does say, doesn't she, like, I've realised I don't really know you. And I want to learn. And
he lets her in, and he goes, right, well, you know, because you've acknowledged that you were wrong to assume. He lets her in, and I think they've left it on a kind of more positive note than they've started.
Yeah, you're right.
Hopefully.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I loved the Passag though. I really did. And he's like, oh, by the way, I bought these drinks. I was like, ooh.
And then he walked away from his, didn't he? I was like, fair enough. I did feel for the guy, but at the same time, I felt guilty, because I felt like I was Dana, because I felt like he was shouting at me and saying, Sophie, I've got money in the bank. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
I know, because, consider ourselves well and truly told off, I think.
I do feel guilty. Right, Si, it's that time again. Your say on the Bay.
My say on the Bay.
No. No. Well, kind of. You can have a bit. I'll let you talk. It'll be fine. So what I've been doing is I've been digging through social media. I've been reading comments and reactions from people who have watched Home and Away in the UK this week. And I'm going to select a few and read them out to you. But a quick reminder before I do that, we are also on social medias, because we are Coastal News Podcast at Coastal News Pod, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, YouTube, Twitter, Blue Sky. We're on all the platforms. We also tweet along, don't we? So while we watch the show from 6:30 till 7 p.m, Monday to Friday on 5-Star in the UK, what we like to do is get on X, Twitter, whatever you call it. We use the Home and Away UK hashtag, and we talk about what's happening in the show as it airs, and people join in, and like we talk about the current storylines and what we think of them. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative. It doesn't matter. The good, the bad, the ugly. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what you think. But if you don't do social media and you don't want to join the tweet along, or if you can't join the tweet along for whatever reason because you don't watch the show, as it airs, but maybe you watch it on streaming or something later on, we've got a shiny form on our website. So if you go to coastalnewspod.com and you navigate to the Your Say on the Bay page, there's a form where you can put your name and you can tell us what you think about all the storylines that are happening right now in the UK this week. So if you've got an opinion on a storyline that's happening right now, if you've got an opinion on something that happened in one of the episodes this week, drop us a quick comment on the form and we might just read it out next week on Your Say on the Bay, because that's what this section's about. It's about you telling us what you think about stuff that's unfolding right now in front of your eyes and how you feel about it. We want to know, don't we?
Definitely.
And talking of the new form, we've had somebody, Emma, again. Thank you for using the form, Emma. I think you might be the first one. We've had another message from Emma on the form, and actually Emma's doing our jobs for us, because the first thing she says in the message is, "I'm loving the form. It's much easier than me sending an email."
Oh, thanks, Emma.
There we
Totally
go.
agree. It's much easier for us to say as well.
Yes.
Just head to coastalnewspod.com.
Exactly, and it's all on there. Yes.
Yeah.
So you're doing our work
Thank you for
us.
using the form.
Doing our work. Emma says, "What can I say? First Look Tuesday. Why the heck did Bree call Remi? Please don't make them get back together. They're actually
Oh, God.
they're actually more
Don't
interesting.
set me off, Emma."
She said they're more interesting when they're apart. What do you think of that? More interesting apart?
Debatable. Happy to debate it.
go on then.
Are they? Really?
What would you prefer to watch? Would you prefer to watch Bree and Remi fighting, or Bree
Well, the problem
at
is
work, or Bree?
We've got nothing to compare it to, because when Bree and Remi were together, we never saw them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'm being facetious. We obviously did, but
They didn't do anything, did they?
No.
I can remember one pic. They've had one picnic this year on the day that her dad died, the anniversary of her dad's death. What else have they done?
We've only seen them when they've been in strife.
It's true.
So I'm not invested in it at all,
No.
and I don't think Bree's Bree's very underdeveloped.
Yes.
Most underrated, some might say.
I was going to say, if you listen to the awards episode that we did that came out last week, you'll hear some talk about you and I and Mr. David talking about Bree and what we think of her character development. So yeah, if you haven't heard that already, go back, because you'll hear our thoughts on Bree in that episode, actually, won't you?
That's true. Very well segued. But Remi on his own just seems to drink, and that's not interesting to watch.
No. Because it's not fun.
And like the money side as well, like, you know,
it's a big elephant in the room.
It's not an interesting story because he's not lost it, or
No, and he's not spending it either.
No. So, and I would argue, Emma, against what you're saying. I don't think they're that interesting apart either.
Interesting.
Sorry to say.
No, that's your say. Yeah, and you can't.
My say.
and you can't like everybody. I think that's the point, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You can't like. It's impossible. You don't like everyone you meet in real life, do you? And you're not going to like everyone you meet on a soap. I think that's the point. You're going to have favourites, and you're going to have people that you're not that interested in.
True.
Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, Emma would like to see them interesting apart. So let's hope they don't get back together, and then at least
I'm open to it, Emma. Yeah, I'm happy if they're going to do something with him. I'm open to it.
Yes. Yeah. Emma says poker night. Very excited. I got 3 exclamation marks. And she says, Aaliyah thought she was in the boys' club playing poker for a second. I thought she was going to be the croupier. That would have been interesting, actually. I don't think she knows how to play, though, does she? So
no, but she could have handed out the margaritas.
She could have shuffled the deck and then...
I really fancy a frozen marg. Do you know what it reminds me of? You know what I'm going to say here, don't you?
Go on, tell me.
When we were sat on that, what was it? Watching them fireworks, and we had to keep ordering jugs of marg.
Oh.
So we could keep the table.
We were at the harbour in Sydney, weren't we? I can't... Something Key?
Not the circular one, the other one.
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the harbour, but yes, the fireworks went off over the harbour, didn't they?
And we had like 3 pictures of Marg, so we could keep the table.
We did, and then didn't we ask for brandy?
Yeah.
Well, I say
yeah.
we. It wasn't us that asked for brandy. It was Julie. And the woman was like, "I can't give you brandy, but I can give." What did she give us? She gave us something else random, didn't she?
Was it a cognac of something?
I don't remember. It definitely wasn't brandy. It was something else. She was
We
like,
were just
don't have
ordering stuff, so we weren't booted out. We had a really good view.
We did. It worked. And then we counted all our money onto the table so that she'd have a decent tip. Oh, bless her. That was funny. It's a funny night. But yeah. That could have been the vibe, but that she could. I think the poker night would have gone a very different way if Alfred had a frozen Marg, though.
Yeah, that's very true.
I don't think. Yeah, if you take him off that, because he clearly had VB, it was on the table. Brand advertising. I could see it. He had a Victoria Bitter beer in front of him. If she'd swapped that out and give him a frozen Marg, there might have been a bit of a scuffle between him and JP. You know what I mean?
Tell you what, just seeing him drink a cocktail would be funny.
I'd pay for that. I'd pay per view, definitely. Oh yeah, it's true. Maybe they did miss a trick. Maybe Emma's right. Maybe Leah could have been the croupier, and it would have been a different vibe.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Maybe she can't shuffle anyway.
Yeah. Well, I get the impression. Emma says, anyway, Leah's been outed by Justin as it is boys only, so Leah's looking sad in the diner. Why doesn't she do something with Marilyn? Why doesn't she become Marilyn's friend again? Does Leah have a secret issue with Marilyn?
Oh, that's an angle I'd not considered.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because a lot of people are talking about Marilyn, because obviously in the wake of Irene leaving, Marilyn's a bit like a spare part now. She's just the person that mans the coffee cart occasionally.
Yeah.
And doesn't have that many scenes or that many lines. And she doesn't have that many scenes with Leah. She has had a few this week with, obviously, Rue's. She's been a really good friend to Rue, actually, this week, and tried to sort of help her with the Cohen stuff. And she's been really nice about, you've done the right thing. You've taught Cohen this, and this is what you should be proud and take the compliment that he feels comfortable enough to go off with his dad, and you made it happen, and blah, blah, blah. She's tried to be a really good friend, but Marilyn, again, doesn't have a storyline of her own, and working in the diner next to Leah doesn't actually have a good relationship with Leah other than employee-employer, does she?
No, that's true. They don't really do much, do they?
But they did used to, didn't they?
Outside of the...
Yeah,
not on their own. I'm trying to think.
But with Remi, though.
Yeah, as a group, yeah.
But
maybe though, Reni being out the way will forge a path for them to be besties.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're acting like they don't even know each other right now. Like they just work together.
No, that's true.
They're just
it's
colleagues.
Very profesh, isn't it? Yeah.
But they're not.
Marilyn's a bit older than Leah.
She is, but then so was Irene.
True. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Irene's
they've missed a trick not having Marilyn buy into the diner, basically.
Yeah, or just having Marilyn and Leah go, oh, let's go for... If they're having a boys' night, why don't we go for a girls' night?
Yeah. Let's go and have
Let's chuck everybody out and go to Salt for a cocktail.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go and have some dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the diner was pretty much empty, and then David left because he heard the poker game was on, so he was gone. They could have gone, do you know what? Let's take a leaf out of the boys' book and let's go and do something. Bit weird. But they didn't. Don't know. Anyway.
Missing a trick there.
Missing a trick, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she just basically says, for the love of God, Leah, get some friends. I swear she used to be friends with Marilyn and Rue. What's happened? Yeah, I don't know. It's a good point. I don't know. Maybe next year we'll have some storylines where people get back to being more friendly and less colleague-y. I don't know.
And friendships Friendships are what make this show, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. She's got a theory about Sarge, though.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because Sarge ran off to the poker game quick as a flash, she says, which was nice. But she says, however, does David have a secret past? Maybe he's a gambling addict.
Well,
Yeah.
he did go running when he heard about this poker game.
He did. He looked quite excited. For the first time, he cracked a smile. You know what I mean? He looked happy.
Did he? I must have been looking away at that
He
point.
did. When he was listening to Leah talking to Marilyn, and Marilyn was going, "Oh, it's a godsend you're not there. Oh, you don't want to play with John. Oh, you don't want to play Monopoly with John." And David was sat at the table with his back to them, and he was smirking when he was listening to them.
Ah, right.
So he did crack a smile. But she's saying, wouldn't it be interesting, because now he's bought the beach house? She's saying, is the beach house attracting people with addictions if he is a gambling addict? Because we've talked, actually, this is interesting, because we've talked before about him being Irene's replacement.
Mm.
And obviously Irene, you know, one of the big things about her backstory was the alcohol addiction. Could it be so like for like that David has a secret, you know, past
Gambling.
as well?
Yeah. Do you know what? That would be an interesting complexity to him that I'm happy to have. Like anything right now. But
yeah.
Okay, how I'm a bit like, you know, the societal attitude to that could be an interesting one.
Yeah.
In a sense of the audience's reaction. Would they accept that as serious as alcoholism or drug addiction or
Yeah, I don't know.
even though I'm not diminishing it, I think it's a very serious problem.
Yeah.
Especially with God, the stuff you're exposed to in terms of advertising and things these days with regards to gambling.
Happy Tiger, yeah.
Could be an interesting one.
Happy Tiger. Everyone knows that jingle, don't they? Even if you don't know what it's for. Yeah.
Yeah. Would it hit the same notes, I guess, is my thoughts.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, it's a life-ruining thing. I can't see it, only for the fact that he bought Irene's house, and if you're a gambler and you've probably
Chances are he would have got rid. If he had money in the bank, he would have spaffed it.
He wouldn't have a house to sell to then buy another house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking,
but it's one to watch.
Not. Yeah, it would be interesting. It would be interesting. Emma also says, P.S. Love the bogies. Oh, thanks for listening, Emma.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate that. And thanks for your comment as well. It's made us think a few things. Definitely.
Yeah, clearly. 15 minutes worth.
Definitely. Although we did have Marg chat in the middle, but you know. All
it's
relevant.
got to be done.
It's all relevant.
Got to have a time for a Marg.
So let's move on to Cohen. So yeah, what do people think of Cohen? So we've had lots of comments recently. We actually had recently, a couple of weeks ago, obviously when Irene left, we did a whole You'll Sound the Bay about Renee's exit, didn't we?
Yeah.
And now we've just had another exit, even if it was very low key in comparison. So shall we find out what people think about Cohen's last?
Go on then. Yeah, please.
Foray in the Bay.
Do people think it was rushed?
Well, starting off the week, Mr. David said, I'm not buying this devoted dad act from Adrian. He's going to do a runner by Friday.
Yeah, you see, do you know, I feel the same. I think I messaged you and said, is he bipolar?
You did. And what did I say? I can't remember what I said.
It's like, because it felt like I was watching a different guy this week.
Yeah, you're right. Yes.
I was like, he's full of energy and excitement. Where's that trepidation gone?
Yes.
Where's that woe is me bit?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think I said something far less flattering. I can't remember what it was now. But yeah, I wasn't as polite as you and trying to imagine what the reason was. I was just thinking this guy is an absolute, flake, basically.
Throughout all of it as well, in the back of my mind, I've got you saying, why did the mother leave?
I want to know.
I can't shake it. I can't shake it.
Why did she want to live in a tent rather than go and knock on his door?
It does make you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah. Does it say more about her than him, or does it say more about him than her? I don't know.
Well, guess we'll never know as well.
Yeah, annoyingly. But yeah, Mr. David wasn't sure if he was going to stick around. And to be honest, I wasn't really. And neither was Cohen, because let's be honest, the poor kid's confused. So, yes. I tell you what, though, David did feel sorry for Adrian. So Mr. David on Twitter said, not for Adrian, for Rue, sorry, when Adrian accused her of when he had a go at her, didn't he? Because Cohen said, I don't want to come and live with you. And his response was to immediately attack Rue and say, what have you said to him? You've set me up to fail. And all this stuff. So lots of people were sort of tweeting this week, including Mr. David, who said, I felt sorry for Rue there. What a tool. You fucked up when you're on Rue's side. And he says, maybe this is all part of the writer's wicked plan to get us to like our Ruth again. LOL.
Could be.
Could be all a ploy, couldn't it? Yes. Yeah, I did feel sorry for Rue. I mean, that was horrible. He threw it back in her face immediately, didn't he? Without knowing any of the facts. He just said, it's your fault. He doesn't want to come and live with me. You must have said something to him.
Yeah. I mean, you can see it both sides, can't you? Let's face it. She's done that before. And it would suit her.
Yes.
Yeah,
but we know about it than he does. We know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
we know that she's got that in her. Whereas Adrian, actually, to be fair to Rue, Adrian's only ever seen her try and put him first.
That's true. You'd think he'd be more grateful, actually, when you put it like that.
Apart from that first time they met, when she was like, "Who are you? Don't come to my house. We don't know who you are." After that, he's been a total flake and run away, and she was basically squatted on his property till he agreed to come back and see Cohen. So she was doing a protest really on his front lawn, but that's not someone that would turn their kid against him, is it? Really?
That's true. Yeah.
No. But Julie on Twitter says, talk about a rushed end to a storyline. 1 minute Cohen is going away for the weekend and now he's gone for good.
I know.
Yeah.
We said it all before, didn't we? Really?
It's this roller coaster, and I've got whiplash from this Cohen Adrian roller coaster. Honestly, my neck hurts from watching
loop
this.
To loop.
And yet, the other ones are going so slowly that I've got brain paralysis.
Yeah, we're not in a happy medium right now, are we?
No, it's all a bit all over the shop. Like I say, the wheels have come off. It's all Lynn's fault since Lynn's left.
Yeah, she's obviously put a spanner in the works.
She has. Mr. David says, if I blinked and missed Cohen's exit, this surely can't be the last time we've seen him. I thought 5-Star was playing up and deleted a chunk of today's episode.
Oh.
Yeah, it was quick. If you left the room to go and make a drink and come back, you wouldn't have known that he was gone forever. You'd think he'd gone for the weekend.
Yeah, but who's leaving the room while Home and Away's on? Give me a break.
I'm leaving the room when Harper and Tane are on, to be honest. Yeah. It's only having to talk to you that's making me stay in the room.
Well, I'm not being funny. Well, I've not mentioned them once.
I know.
This is your third occasion.
I didn't know that. I've been watching all the bloody scenes. If I'd known we weren't talking about them, I'd have fast forwarded. Oh dear. There we go.
I've not even mentioned Abs being clean for 12 months for you.
Oh yeah, that's true. And Marley acting like her dad. Yeah. True. Jamie says, damn, farewell, Cohen. You've been a breath of fresh air and you'll be missed very much. Yes.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, lots of people talking about this. But Vicky saying, on Twitter, I love Home and Away, but that was very poorly written episode. What was the rushed Cohen exit? 2 question marks.
So the general consensus here is
too fast,
and it was daft.
Yeah,
it's not true to life.
Yeah. Sam contacted us on Twitter and said, when Cohen chose his dad, I thought we'll stay in touch would have been nice. I actually got very emotional when Rue broke down and hugged Mr. Stewart. That was a nice scene, actually. Well, there was a couple of scenes actually where they were hugging, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There was one on the bench, and then there was one in the house where he was comforting her. I thought that was a nice thing to do.
Yeah, you're right. And you have to acknowledge that, she thought highly of him, and it must be heartbreaking to have to let go. And
Yeah.
that, and I'm not a foster parent, so I don't know, but
No.
I can imagine, I can see how it's done.
Yes.
Yeah, especially with such a nice boy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
I have to imagine him as a puppy, and I'm like, if I had a puppy for a couple of weeks and fell in love with the puppy, and then
Gotta give it up.
and then someone went, "Oh, that's my puppy," I would be heartbroken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Whatever works. Whatever gets you through.
A 12-year-old boy doesn't make me feel that way, but a puppy certainly does. Sandra on Facebook. Moving on. Sandra on Facebook says he wouldn't be able to just take Cohen. It would have to go through officially and through a court.
I know, it's daft. I know.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Linda agrees. Linda on Facebook says he's been proven to be the father via DNA test, but surely all social services would need to do is sign off the foster care from Rue to the foster parent. Well, yeah, but we didn't see it, did we? That's the point.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we have to assume has happened.
Absolutely, yeah.
And but it didn't happen between.
It didn't.
The car in the living room.
It didn't. It did not happen. Diane says, I thought they would have had to go through social services as Adrian wants Cohen to live with him forever. Instead of just taking him, I feel sorry for Rue because she really wanted to adopt him. So yeah, people are feeling sorry. Normally it's like Rue this, Rue that, Rue's messed up. You know what I mean? I read out all these comments, but people are feeling sorry for her. And I think it's the only way you can react to it this week. No matter how you feel about Rue as a character, you can't not feel sorry for her this week, I think.
No, of course you can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been quite a character-driven storyline, and I think that, I think audiences respond to that.
Definitely, yes. Do you want to talk about Brie?
Oh, God. Do you want me to answer that question?
Because some people want to talk about Brie. We should talk about Brie, I think.
This is their say, so we'll let them.
Yes. So we'll talk about Brie. So Mr. David says, this stabbing has been the most interesting thing to happen to Brie since ever.
It's true.
It's true. It's sad, but it's true. And it's still not even about her, is it?
She's not interested if she's not being stabbed or beaten.
Or drilling someone with a Black & Decker. Yeah, it's true. Mr. David says Brie almost died, and Eden thinks now is the right time to talk about her scumbag ex who cheated on her. It's true.
It is.
It's true. And Jamie replied and said, "It's awful. Eden can piss off. I wish she wasn't attached to Cash, and then I wouldn't mind the last of the two of the OG band leaving."
She's let herself down, Eden, here, hasn't she? Her blind allegiance to him has not favoured her well.
Exactly. And that's what Mr. David says. He said, reason 105 why I can't ever warm to Eden is her devotion to Remi blinds her to the fact that he's a tool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's well summarised, actually.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Talking of Remi, though, shall I tell you what Facebook think of Remi?
Yeah, go on.
Shall I? So D on Facebook says, I can't feel sorry for him after what he did. He's an idiot. Yeah. Lynn says he cheated. She can't get over that and trust him again. His fault.
Yeah, you made your bed, Dal.
Yeah. But Francis says he knows that, which is why he's acting the way he is. And some women and men could and do forgive, but it's the forgetting. Yeah. I don't know whether Francis wants her to forgive him or not. I can't work out where
can't
she's...
tell that. Yeah, but I mean, what Francis says is true.
Yeah, it's the forgetting.
Forgetting's harder.
Yeah, forgiving. Yeah. Naomi's made a joke because I think this was in reply to a picture where I think there's like a picture of Remi in the hospital, and he says something like, "I need to see Brie." And there's like a caption across it, and Naomi says his addiction to soft cheeses is getting out of hand. And it did make me laugh. So well done, Naomi.
Show me the Gorgonzola.
Show me the brie now. I need it.
Stop it. We're entering Christmas and lots of cheese hath to be had.
That's true. Yeah.
In the coming months.
Okay, let's put the cheese down for now. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Christine on Facebook says, good acting, but getting fed up with the storyline now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's at their wit's end, aren't they?
Yes, definitely. Julie on Facebook says, I don't blame Brie for not wanting that Remi back. He acts like a total prat just because Brie don't want him anymore, and it's his fault for sleeping with another woman. He calls this, and he wants to grow up. He's getting pathetic. That was a very long comment with no commas.
You okay? Do you need a minute for breath?
I need a minute, yeah. There's many Julies on Facebook actually, because that's Julie C, and Julie K says, I'm getting sick of Remi's behaviour, very childish.
See, it's comforting to know that we're all in the same boat when it comes to his behaviour.
Yes.
You can like him, dislike him, whatever, but behaviour's another thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
And we all seem to be the same when it comes to the way he's acting.
It's true. And Anne summers it up as, he's such a mess, why would any woman want him?
Why would they?
Well, I think of 8 million reasons why some women might want him.
Can
you? Unfortunately, yes.
What a shame we don't have time to go through all those.
8 million? It's the money.
Sorry, is that how much he's got?
That's how much he had in last count. But he's not spent any, so I imagine the interest has gone up fairly decently. But there we go. Yeah,
I suspect Sonny's got his password. He's been transferring himself. And he didn't highlight that on his...
No. He's only done outgoings. He's not done incomings. Yes.
Who's got paper statements? Anyway, forget it. That was then. This is now.
Especially someone who doesn't have an address. Bit of a floater. Free birds. Yeah. How are they sending it to him? I don't think he does his admin and updates his address every time he moves. Defo not.
Not a paper statement this millennia.
No. Definitely not. Definitely not. Should we move on to John and the poker night and Sarge?
Oh, yay.
Yeah. Mr. David says, loving the poker night. It's made Sarge tolerable.
There's something people have seen here clearly that I missed.
Yeah.
Because you said it. He's saying it.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe next week. Maybe you'll see a bit more. Maybe it's a slow burn for you. Maybe. Or maybe I'm just
slow.
I might be just completely wrong, and I'm just romanticizing it, and I'm just feeling sorry for him because I'm.
But others are backing you up here, so take the win, Dal.
Maybe I still think I'm probably wrong, but we'll see. We'll see. I try to sort of like put a story around it, and then they write it differently, and I'm like, oh, I would have done it. I would have done it elsewhere. Yeah. So you
should do a rewrite.
I haven't got time. Who's got time? I've got a full-time job, mate. Who's got time? Who's got time? Victoria Krankenwagen on Twitter says, I love David joining their friendship group. The friendship group being Justin Alf and Mr. Stewart.
Is that a friendship group?
Justin Alf and John, sorry. Yeah.
Is that a friendship group? And did he join it, or did he just go round to
He wasn't invited.
Gamble?
He wasn't invited. And do you know what? Tweety Tie on Twitter, talking to the fact that he wasn't invited, Tweety Tie did get annoyed with this. And she says, I know it's all fun, friendly neighbours vibes in Australia, but I'm not really a fan of these I'm going to invite myself to someone's house and act like I'm hosting the event vibe.
Do you know what? That is spot on, you know. That is spot on. Imagine if I was having a game of Risk around here or something. And then you just knocked on the door and was like, deal me in. I'd be like, fuck off.
I would never. I wouldn't have the gumption. But it's not even like me doing it because you know me, but it's like someone you met 2 weeks ago.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Who did I meet 2 weeks ago?
You know what I mean?
They're like Joyce and Greg's. Knocking on my door.
Or like your every deliverer, you know.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows the name.
Every's knocked on your door with your parcel and they've seen you with your games table and they've gone, oh, deal me in.
Yeah, and you'd be like, Sharon, what are you doing?
How dare you, Sharon? How dare you? And then you go into work the next day, you'd be like, you never guess what? Sharon. Every Sharon turned up last night at my door.
She wasn't even a hoot. She was dead serious.
She made us all put £300 in.
Bloody lost it.
We were playing for chip swapping it. Then Sharon comes in.
So basically, have you got any overtime?
It is rude, isn't it? When you think, I didn't actually think of it until I read Tweety Ty's tweet, but I was like, it is kind of rude.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah. You know, at the top of the episode, when I read out Emma's form that she sent us on our coastalnewspod.com website, and I said that Emma's got a theory about David maybe having a gambling problem. And we talked about that. Sam on Twitter said the same thing. He said, I think David might have a gambling problem, hidden gambling problem.
Maybe this isn't something we should dismiss then, if a couple of people are picking it up.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be that, couldn't it? He says, or am I getting too deep? And then Mr. David says, soap law dictates that anyone who drinks or does drugs or smokes or gambles will develop an addiction within a week. So this poker night.
Oh, bloody hell. Everyone's talking about
it. Yeah. That's 3 people now. 3 people have said a gambling addiction.
Maybe we should keep our eye on that then. Just put a pin in that.
Yeah.
Let's put a pin in that one.
I hadn't jumped to any of that conclusion, but 3 people have said it, so I think we should keep an eye.
I don't hate it if it means he loses the beach house.
Oh God! Imagine that.
Thank God, because I don't like that he's bought it.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah. And to end this week's Dual Sound Debate, I've got a little funny comment from Mr. David who says, Leah can't play poker, but she's been playing Russian roulette with her husbands for years.
I love that.
That did make me laugh. Just to lighten the mood at the end. Because we went a bit serious. But anyway, thank you, everybody, for your input.
Thank you.
There would be no Your Sound the Bay if you didn't get in touch. So if you do want to get in touch, if you want to tell us what you think about what is happening right now on the screens, on the streaming, or however you watch it.
Right now.
What do you think of these storylines? Are you as fed up as we are with the pace of the Langham storyline, for example? Or are you enjoying it? Is it, just this drip feed? Is it working for you? Do you think Rose said goodbye to Cohen forever, or do you think Cohen's going to come back? What do you think about what's happening on screen as you're watching it? If you've got some thoughts, drop us your thoughts in a message, and we might read them out next week, mightn't we? You never know.
Might just do that.
But in the meantime, take care and uru!
Please take the time to like, subscribe and review Coastal News wherever you source your podcasts and ensure you never miss an episode.